Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sanjay Joshi. If your exams are just around the corner, this last few days are very important. It's not about how much you have studied, but it's all about how smartly you use this last few days, right? In this video, I'll be sharing few strategies and some small things that you can do in this last few days, which will really create a huge difference when you will be sitting in that exam hall. So let's start the video. Point number one, fix your sleep. Let's start with something nobody talks about. I understand you may be preparing for examinations, or maybe you just have a habit of sleeping late in the night. But imagine that if your paper is at 9 in the morning, right? You need to be there at least around 8:15 to 8:30 a.m. And if you live in a big city, you also have a commute of around 35 minutes to 45 minutes. So to be there on the right time, you have to wake up around 5 in the morning so that you can take a bath, you can eat, and you can just feel relaxed because you don't want to rush anything, especially on the exam day. Now imagine if your body is used to waking up at 9 a.m. in the morning, right? On that exam day, your paper is starting at 9, and now you over here has a routine of waking up at 9. Your brain will not be able to work efficiently if you don't change your routine. So before 7 to 10 days of your examination, make sure that you have changed your routines, especially the sleep cycle, according to the time at which you will be giving your paper. If it is at 9, try to start waking up at 6. If your paper is in afternoon, maybe your paper starts at 1 p.m. You don't need to wake up at 6 because then there will be a lot of time and you will be like get a lot of noise in that time. So you want that you wake up around 3 to 4 hours before your examination so that your brain really works efficiently. You don't want any other noise, you don't want any frustration, anything. Just full focus on your examination. Especially you have to make that schedule that if your paper starts at 9, your brain is the most efficient at 9 a.m. in the morning, right? Because it's not just about the writing part of what you have learned, but it's really important that how you think on that exam day. Your thinking and just being positive is very important. Next, we have practice sitting for 5 to 6 hours straight. It's very important that you create your mental stamina. I know a lot of students who follow the Pomodoro technique, in which they maybe study for 25 to 30 minutes in a focused way, and then they'll take a 5 to 10 minutes break, and maybe they use their phone in that time. But just imagine, on that exam day you cannot follow that strategy. You have to sit for 2.5 hours straight, and then you take a 30 minutes break, and then again for 2.5 hours. So it's like 5 to 6 hours in whole. So you have to create that practice when you can sit for long hours. So this can be done when you are doing your mocks. Just make sure that you create an environment, especially while you giving your mocks, that nobody really disturbs you, so that you can have that practice of sitting for 5 to 6 hours straight without any disturbance. It's just like practicing for a marathon. You have to create that endurance. It's not about how fast you can run, but do you have that endurance to really to really complete the whole marathon. Next point is, don't revise new things. At this point, it's okay, just take that as a loss. You don't need to go and learn new stuff because you don't have time for it. Just make sure that you are really strong in the areas on which you have worked on. Just imagine on that exam day, if two questions comes, one from something which you have prepared and some one from which you don't have any idea about. If you are learning something new in this last 7-10 days, you won't be able to master that concept, and you will be losing that marks where you could have done better because you have a basic concept ready for that. So make sure you're not learning something new. A lot of people do that thing, that they get into the that they have to cover the whole syllabus. They want to understand everything. They want to make sure they have done all the questions. But if you are in that stage where you cannot where you have missed a lot of questions, or you don't know about a lot of concepts, it's okay, just take it at that loss. But make sure you are working, or you understand the concepts very well on which you have worked on. So no need to revise something new in this time. Just believe in yourself and focus on the areas which you have really prepared for. Next is review mistakes, both right and wrong. This is something that a lot of students really skip. During their mocks, whenever they're giving that mocks in the last 7-10 days, they'll do what, that they'll start seeing all the wrong answers and why that happened. It's a good habit, you should do it. but in that flow they forget that there could be few questions which they have just got right because of luck. So make sure whenever you do a mock, take a break after that, maybe for 2 3 hours, and when you are analyzing that mock, make sure that the answer that you have marked got correct because of the right logic, not because of a luck, right? Because just imagine you were very lucky during your mocks, you just got 10 or 15 right answers by just luck. But what if that luck doesn't work on that exam day? You have to make sure that you spend time and analyzing why this answer was right and why this was wrong. And what you can really do for the wrong answers, that you can create a template, like you can bucket them into three different ways. What I used to do is, was it a silly mistake, I didn't read the question right? Was it a formula that I don't remember, or the concept, or the third one is the concept that I've never studied for? In that way you will be able to analyze why these mistakes really happened. So just don't focus on the wrong answers or the wrong questions, but give equal time and effort why those answers which were right, was that because of your efforts and the concepts that you have prepared, or was that a luck? The next one is visit your exam center in advance. I know it's very underrated and lot of people think about it. They just feel like we have Google Maps, we have everything, we have our own vehicle, we can just go there. It should not be an issue. And in 90% cases, you are right. But just imagine that 10% happened with you on that day. Maybe Google Maps were not working, you were not able to locate to the right place, or maybe you didn't able to find the building. Then just imagine what chaos will be happening on that day in your mind, right? On exam day, we have to make sure that we do all those things which makes our mind relaxed. If you can go look at that place maybe 4 5 10 days before your examination, because just imagine you're going to a place which is very new to you and it's very uncomfortable for you, right? You are just preparing for examinations in your room on your study desk, but on that day it's a new environment. So we have to make sure that we have looked that place and we are feeling comfortable that okay, we can reach this place in this much uh, we can reach this place in this much time, and this is the environment in which I will be giving my examination. The next point, which is very important, that protect your mindset. In this last few days, it's not about feeling that, oh, I'm able to score well or not. It's fine. If you go on Reddit or WhatsApp, you'll see that there will be students who will be scoring 80 or 90% in their mocks, and there will be students who will be just scoring 40 to 50. You should not make your opinions or just feel sad that somebody is getting good marks or I am not getting, or maybe you're just getting 60% in your marks. That's fine. Just feel relaxed. It can happen with anyone. Mocks are a really good way to understand what will happen with you on that exam day, but it's not the surety. I've seen cases where people have scored 50% in 3 to 5 mocks, but on that exam they were able to clear that examinations with really good marks, right? So protect your mindset on that day, right? Protect your mindset throughout the 7 weeks. Don't talk with people who give you negative thoughts. Just be surrounded with people who give you right decisions, who tell you what is right, what is wrong, and they don't demotivate you, right? So make sure your mindset is really strong for this 7 days. Next point is wear what you will wear on that exam day. I know it sounds a little funny and people don't even think about it, but I feel it's very important that wear that hoodie or the trousers or the track pants that you're going to wear on that exam day. Why? Just imagine, just for the sake of looking good, you wear something which is very uncomfortable, or you're wearing that for the first time. For that whole 5 to 6 hours you won't feel comfortable. You feel that maybe my t-shirt is very tight, or I'm feeling very cold, or I'm feeling very hot, and you won't be able to concentrate on your questions, and your whole focus will be on I'm not feeling that comfort, right? So it's very important that whenever you're giving your mocks, just wear that hoodie or a jacket, so that you get very comfortable with the clothing, and you don't need to wear formals or something which is very uncomfortable, especially on that exam day. And if especially if you are giving your test in India, make sure that you take a hoodie with you, because especially in the exam center you will feel a lot of cold, and if you sit at a place where AC is pointed towards you, you cannot do anything. So make sure that you have a good comfortable jacket, and you go in a clothing which is really comfortable for you. Now at the end, I just want to give some small tips that you can really use. That start using pencil, like start solving your questions in a rough paper and a pencil, because on that exam day you won't get a pen, you won't get anything. It will be just your calculator and your pencil, so you feel comfortable solving questions with pencil. And then make sure that you take chocolates with you on that exam day, because you won't get a lot of time between that 2:30 a.m. and the PM sessions. You just want to make sure that you have chocolate, so that energy is there in your body to solve the second half of the examination. And don't eat maybe a paratha or something which is very heavy on your stomach before your examination. The breakfast should be very light. And make sure that all the documents are ready before you go for examination. It's not that you are searching for your passport on the last day. It should be ready with you maybe 5-10 days before your examination. So yes, these were all the strategies which I used during my CFA level examination, and I hope you can also really benefit by using this. These are just some small things which I figure out during my whole journey. So just wanted to share that, and it's very real perspective that I had. There are a lot of different things that you can do, but make sure you follow the strategies so you feel comfortable on that exam day and you are just full focused on your solving the questions rather than just feeling uncomfortable in the environment or maybe because of anything else. And thank you for watching, and all the best with your CF examination.